So I've spent almost 3 days in this city and no luck. They have no tickets and we couldn't make a deal. It's 4 a.m. and my plan is completely failed. I didn't actualize the information about the road. I have some energy to walk, and now my plan is to hitchhike through the same road. Well, mistakes makes me stronger. What should I do in this situation? I think I just should accept it. I don't want to give up my goal. I'd like to live in Bishkek for a couple of months. The road remembers everything. I need some sort of gas station or night shop. Here you can see a fake police car. Yeah, I feel so tired. Never felt like that. Let's just appreciate this sunrise. As always, in the middle of nowhere. I'm almost here. I need to go to this spot. But you know, such challenging moments in hitchhiking makes everything more pleasant. When you have no food, you have no water, you have no comfort, no place to stay, you're starting to appreciate such little details and such little moments of joy. Years ago, people traveled without cameras, social media, online maps, or checklists. It was pure spirit of adventure, for the sake of exploration of the unknown. Dirty and lost kids, many of us are now wandering the earth too, either in search of that very lost spirit, or, on the contrary, in search of a place that reminds of home.
Ну, Влад, welcome to Kazakhstan. Брат, это мы тебя встречаем в Казахстане. Ты турист проезжий. Вот так мы встречаем гостей. До пункта назначения тебя довезем. Вассалам. Ну, приятного аппетита.
But everywhere, we're just guests. We're all just strangers passing through. Whatever happens, it just goes by. Sometimes mirrors reveal this quite well. Two days on the road from Beyneu to Turkestan. I asked to drop me here because I'd like to see an old city. Here's a little trick I came up with. If you don't want to pay for housing, just sleep in the car like I did. walking for 2 hours already. It's insanely hot. Why did I reject it to stay with those guys? They were inviting me to visit their house. But when someone gives you something, always take it. Never reject any opportunity and never reject hospitality. Good morning, people. Finally, I had some rest. I had some good sleep in that hostel. Now I'm going to explore a little of Turkestan and then hitchhike to Tashkent, the main landmark of the city. Is that building. I think 1 or 2 hours is pretty much enough to explore everything. Who's this guy? You know, traveling becomes very easy and comfortable if you're open-minded. If you're talking with people, if you're smiling to people, people want to reach you. People gives you food, people gives you a place to stay and stuff like that. Am I seeing a golden egg? Now we can see a real historical building surrounded by all of these new buildings. I've spent almost 3 hours walking around there, and now it's time to hitchhike. I'm trying to walk extra kilometers, even if it's hot, to get tired of walking and then to catch a car straight to Tashkent. What could be better? I'm enjoying everything I do. There's nothing worth striving for. Just a few things. The only things you need to live. And you're free. The road makes you a better person in many ways. I could use the bus, but I don't respect buses. That's my rule. If I'm not tired, I'm going with my 2 legs. I believe it's 10 or more kilometers. They probably have cameras here, so people won't stop. I I need to walk a bit more. The road here is bad because after Turkestan it immediately starts a new city, and you may see the walls there, which is not a good sign for a hitchhiker. My legs are burning. Salam. Salam alaikum. The man just stopped here and gave me money. He said, buy some water or something. This reminds me of Kyrgyzstan. Man, life is good. This is how I enjoy my life. We made it! Finally, the good spot for hitchhiking.
Термезис. До поедешь там на Таджикистан.
Салам алейкум. Ташкент еду. I'm currently in Shymkent, the third largest city of Kazakhstan, and that's a problem because I need to leave this city to hitchhike further. Finally, a green city. They have a lot of green trees, not just desert. Shymkent looks good. The driver said I can find a little bazaar here and it's cheap. This is probably the worst spot to hitchhike. There's a lot of taxi drivers there. The best taxi drivers are in Georgia because you can hitchhike a taxi driver there and take a free ride. That's amazing and kind of unbelievable. Where I'm not saying a taxi here costs a lot of money. That's pretty cheap, but I like challenging myself, you know. The road is a challenge driven by fortune, but fortune favors the brave. We have here an uphill road. I'm going in a little mountain. Good view though. Electricity is one of the greatest inventions made by human. I've always been admired by the stations. It's so powerful. Look, someone lives here in this mess. But imagine living here near the road with so many cars passing by every day. Oh, and Near the cemetery too. My legs isn't okay, but we have to go. The only thing I need right now is water. This is so tasty. I think I see a parking. Yeah, I think I can hitchhike on this parking. I call this journey New Youth. I feel like I've added a few more years to my youth.
Сейчас этой дорогой едешь, это маленькие, это поселки, улица. Это главный. Прямо едешь, дорога, но такой, как змейка. Ты на главный едешь, все. Прямо на таможне ходишь.
He said I should go this way, which is gonna be easier. This is the beginning of a new chapter of my life. I asked a wise old man. He said I'm on the right way. I can see a goat. Yeah. A goat? What a beautiful place. It reminds me of my village. I also have the second pair of shoes, which is more suitable, but I'm too lazy to swap it. Apples.
Куда едешь дальше?
Самарканд, Бухара,
Потом?
Таджикистан, Кыргызстан, Бишкек. В Бишкеке остановлюсь. My youthful days are just beginning. Вот мне человек помог, бесплатно повез на границе прямо.
А тебе куда теперь сейчас, в данное время?
В центр?
А центр, а потом?
Мне в хостел нужно, гостиницу какую-нибудь.
Гостиницу, да? А потом Киргизия, да?
Потом по Узбекистану буду путешествовать.
Путешествие.
А потом уже в Киргизию, да.
Если у меня нету здесь квартиры, если у меня было, я тебе дам ключ. Я доверчивый человек, вот так сказать. Родственники.
Да.
Родственники есть. Вот такие люди есть у меня. Миллиарды денег есть. У них мать тоже, отец тоже нету. Они иногда вот сидит, поговорим, плачет, блядь. Если у меня мама, папа жив был, я отдал все. Деньги, миллиард отдал.
Да.
За них. Если живы были. Так. Вот. Абусахай, вот, Абусахай центр. Это мечеть, белый мечеть. Недавно строили новый.
Да.
Понял?
Ага.
Вот. Видишь? Вот отсюда вот. Два года, знаешь, это на магазине работал, потом 1 год корабль строил, корабль.
В Петербурге.
Да, нет,
Ух ты.
да, Питере. Корабль строил. Рыбацкий адрес, знаешь, я вот сейчас скажу адрес. Рыбацкий метро,
Угу.
самый последний метро, да.
Угу.
Каравайск 57. Адрес такой был. Там корабль строили. В данное время в Москве там они ходят в воду, это канале. Пацан заберем и назад будем.
Нет, я буду очень благодарен, конечно. Я готов помочь сам, чем могу.
Нет, ничего не надо. Они братья, как можно друг другом воевать? Вот воюют, я охуеваю, как должен быть. Они братья же, блядь. Самые близкие. Видишь, как разделить можно это? Русских и украинцев, как разделить можно? Я не понимаю это. Эта голова не работает. Наверное.
Через 400 метров
Вот
выполните
один
разворот.
семья. Там 50% русских, 50 украинцев. Как может это воевать друг с другом? Вот, у меня друзья есть, вот, родственники это президента. Понял?
Ну-ка.
Братишка есть, мой братишка, двоюродный, вот так сказать. Здесь министр Ташкента. Здесь. Сюда, так.
Ну я понял, да, туда-сюда. Ну, один друг, конечно,
Вот, видишь?
бесценен.
Вот такие вот камень. Вот.
Да, я понял, да.
Вот.
Салам алейкум.
Алейкум ассалам.
Где?
Влад.
Вот такие, Влад. Вот такие вот.
Да, я понял.
Извинимся.
Он мой братишка вообще-то, вот так сказать, родственник.
Так.
Конечно, извиняемся, по-узбекски говорим. Вообще-то не должен быть. Вот, ты стоишь русский, да? По-русски говорить надо вообще-то.
Özbekistan şuna koyaptı de. Hayron oğlum.
Заселились в яблоки, мои братья-червяки. Но жизнь в яблоках херня, здесь в говне моя родня. Здесь родился я и рос, родина моя навоз. Пусть я с виду не казист, я барыш белый глист. Смесь из грязи и говна, это родина моя. Смесь из грязи и говна,